Peace and blessings to all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another edition of This Is Recorded Podcast. I'm gonna title this one "Keep Going," man. This is for me to keep going. You have no guests, you lacking motivation. It's hard to keep going, man. You gotta keep going. I've been doing this since January, starting this year. As far as like another edition of This Is Recorded Podcast, I wanted to keep it going. I wanted to motivate myself. I love this podcast game. I've been doing it really since I think 2018 in October, but I keep going on and off. But man, this is me. I always get to this point like 6 months in. I'm doing it. It's great, and then it's hard to find guests. Having a guest-based podcast is hard. That's why a lot of people do it with one or two people, stuff like that. But for me, it's just that the podcast game and what it is, and for me loving it is that I love this game. I love this podcast. I love you that watch and listen and tell people about it, and I thank you for that, man. This is keep going. This is for the people like yourself. I mean, the world is crazy outside right now, so it's just like everybody has to, keep their mind right, because the mood outside is a little weird right now. It's a little off right now. A lot of people are, depressed. A lot of people are sad. A lot of people are losing money, losing jobs, losing family members. And this is that podcast. I want to bring people in, do it on my own, and let you know, like, man, just keep going on your journey. Be positive. Be very conscious of the stuff you watch, man, the stuff you eat, the stuff you buy. It's time for everybody to get right, because it's not getting any better anytime soon, but you create the world that you want in your head and in your life. So, I mean, the bottom line is that you gotta, motivate yourself. I mean, this is the Keep Going podcast is like, this is like, for me, I'm gonna put some clips at the end of different podcasts and different people I had on. I want to thank everybody that's ever been on this recorded podcast or supported it. I want to let you know now that one of my hard drives messed up, so I wasn't able to get everybody in here, but I got a couple clips, a couple good ones. I want to thank my all the time supporters, my brother G Merrick, Duke, man, Boy Skis, J.O., my Aunt Roz, everybody that listens, man, everybody that supports, sisters, everybody. I mean, everybody. I really want to thank y'all, but I just really wanted to do this to keep people motivated, because it's easy to give up. A lot of people watch their friends or their family or people like, oh, they rapping. Let's see how long that lasts. They doing a podcast. Let's see how long that lasts. And, it's sad, but some people pray for your downfall. They want you to want to give up. They want you to fail. But I love this thing so much that I'm willing to do it on my own. I want to do it with people. I'll create this. I'll do that. Because, I mean, the number one goal for me and everybody should be independence. The ability to own your 24 hours in your day. It should be the ultimate goal. If you feel like doing a lot, you can do it. If you don't, but it's just that find something you're passionate in, because once you find something you're passionate in, you're going to want to do it. You're going to want to get up early. You're going to work long, late hours. You're going to want to do all of that stuff. So the bottom line and the key is to find something you're passionate about, because the job, people get a job every day and they don't like it. The job is just another ball and chain thing. Whether you have a degree or not, it's going to become a business, and they can do what they want. They can tell you when to go on break. They tell you when to go on vacation. They deny you, whatever. It's kind of hard. So the bottom line is everybody to seek that independence and keep going. I mean, the name of this podcast title, let me look at my notes. I really wanted to touch on, like, man, my people, the black community, it just feels like it's hard. It's always been hard on us, but it's just harder and harder now because of things that's going on in society, the things we see, the lack of education, the lack of money, the lack of funds, the lack of knowledge. But I mean, I feel like black people, my beautiful people, we create everything. We create the cool. We turn from shit to sugar. We do everything, man. They made pig intestines, chitlins, become a delicacy. We done music, we done it all. We done dance, we done entertainment, we done it all. So it ain't no different now for you with your idea of things you want to do to keep going. But I understand that because of the years of oppression, the years of slavery, the years of mental abuse that's been passed on from generation to generation, that it's hard to motivate yourself to do something different or keep going, or school ain't for me, or I ain't never had this, I ain't never had that. But this is to say right now, like the Keep Going podcast, that you have to find that deep depth. And this to keep going is really for me speaking to myself. I have to find that deep gut to keep going, and I really have to find that discipline. I've been lacking discipline in my life since probably elementary school. Like I had this great idea one time that I could identify, that I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this amount of push-ups and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna keep it going, and then by this time I'm gonna be this. And I always notice for me, I'll have a pattern of I'm doing something, then I stop doing it. But I want to break that pattern, and I want everybody to break that pattern, especially my beautiful black people to break that pattern of like not believing in yourself. And you have to really be your biggest cheerleader. You have to cheer yourself on. You have to keep going. You have to create the life you want, because nobody's going to do it for you. So to my people, my beautiful black kings and queens, everybody that want to listen, man, keep going, keep motivating yourself, and just know that it's hard outside, but places like this is recorded podcasts, it's different things, and really just keeping your mind right. You have to keep your mind away from the social media when things get too dark, away from certain people when things get too dark, away from, you know, just anything that'll bring negativity. If you need a break from work, you have to do certain things to keep yourself going, because it's very important. What you feed yourself, what you put in yourself is what you get out. So you have to make sure what you put in your heart and what you put in your mind is something positive. You don't want to keep feeding yourself negativity. The news, I don't watch the news at all. I believe that somebody's going to tell me, obviously, every day. And I hate that snowball effect, and I know you all have seen it as well, of that when somebody said, oh, did you hear about this person got shot? No, this person did this. These kids did that. It becomes a snowball effect of negativity. In my life, personally, I try to stay away from that snowball effect. I'm going to find out about different, I mean, obviously you was going to find out about COVID. You was going to find out about gas prices. You were going to find out about certain things. Certain things you're going to find out naturally. But seeking it through the news, where I do the news test to me is that watch the news, a whole hour broadcast of the news, and see how many positive stories they have to tell you versus the negative stories they have to tell you. It's always a whole bunch of negative stories. So you have to really protect and guard your mind away from those negative stories. And you have to really put in, this is recorded podcast, the positive things in your life. You have to keep those things around you. You have to keep positive people around you. And you have to work. You know, you have to work. And part of that work, I really, really want to normalize, and I'm speaking to myself as well, uncomfortable conversations, making them comfortable conversations, because in order to reach a greatness and a peak in your life, you have to go head on with certain things. If you want to lose weight, you have to stop eating and working out. You got to do certain things. If you want to have a better mental, you want to do therapy or do certain things to work it out. And part of that, having a good life and having a good way of life, is that you have to mentally keep yourself in a space of having conversations with people that are affecting you, whether it's mom, dad, and it's usually that, or anybody in a relationship. People stay in relationships and die in relationships not being at peace with the person they're with, and angry with the person they're with, and have problems because you never wanted to have the uncomfortable conversation. But that's not really an uncomfortable conversation. It's a conversation that needs to be had. And we need to get more comfortable with that. I'm speaking to myself. When you have family in your life and kids and different things, and you want to tell them stuff but you're afraid of how they feel, they need to respect it. Either they're going to respect it or they're not, because what you're doing, and you're doing it from a place of love. You're doing it at a place that you want to help them be better on in life and be better than you had it. You know, there's no reason. That's really some hater shit. If like, well, I struggled, so you need to struggle too. I don't think none of us really want that for these kids. I think we really want to have like greatness in them. I think we want to like create that community of love and have them do everything better than we ever did. I think that like that's really the key, and that's really the goal of everybody, you know, to help this world and make it a better place than you left it. I really believe that. And I'm doing that with this recorded podcast. I got a couple things I want to work on, but discipline is like, I'm really working on that. It's really hard. Like I said, I've been struggling with that since elementary school. The discipline of doing something for a consistent amount of time. And if you want it, you gotta be disciplined. And I really want this independence more than anything. The podcast is my passion, my love, but the number one goal that I try to remind myself and keep going of is independence. I want to be able to own my 24. I want to be able to raise my family. Not a daycare center. I want to be able to do all of these things. And the consistency is what's going to get me there. I heard Jim Jones say, where you lack passion and creativity, find consistency. Because consistency is what's really going to keep you going in this life. And, just everybody has to find that passion. Really find it. Like I said, I just wanted to come on there to keep that consistency. I've been doing this since 2018, but another rebrand, the third, fourth rebrand of this podcast started this January. I didn't want to stop it. We're going into July. We're going into the 4th of July holiday, which I want to touch on real quick. It's like most black people don't celebrate these holidays. We celebrate the idea of family getting together and doing things and stuff like that, because we know the 4th of July ain't really for us. This country's not really for us. It's just that we love the idea of fellowship, getting together, having a good time, seeing people, having fun, cracking jokes. We look forward to that idea of it than the actual holiday, because most holidays wasn't for us as black people, and they never really cared. 4th of July is another one. And it's just more of a time for us to get together and have fun. So everybody be safe out there. Have a beautiful holiday. Black people holiday. Get together, spades, cookouts, all that stuff, man. And I just want to get into these clips. But I had to come on here. The podcast version. This is going to be short this time. I'm sorry. I'll make up for it. But I just wanted to come on here for the YouTube and really get my YouTube going and just keep that creativity going and saying that everybody keep going. Really, really, truly, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, it is some rough times outside, but it really is what you create in your head. In my head, I'm creating I'm on the beachfront every day. I'm working out. I'm doing things to get better. I'm coming up with more creative ideas. I'm blocking out negativity. I'm blocking out negative thoughts. I'm blocking out these things I do to myself, and it's the things, and I'm working on the traumas or the different things I want to work on. I'm creating that life I want to have, and I want to encourage everybody to create that life you want to have, because tomorrow's not promised, and we can't sit around. I'm speaking to myself. We can't sit around and think I'll do it tomorrow, the next day. We have to do it now. We have to become great now. I really thank you for everybody that ever listened to This Is Recorded, that told somebody about This Is Recorded in this podcast. This edition is me holding myself accountable. This is me going to put together some clips for the YouTube podcast people. Put together some clips of things I've done, different episodes and different highlights, and just to keep going. Everybody, man, out there, you have to keep going, man. If you DM me, text, whatever, I'm willing to talk. I'm willing to help, man. I really got to do more. I put that pressure on myself to do more, to figure it out, to seek and find my discipline and keep everything going and love on my people and love the podcast and keep sharing my light with the world. One of my videos that was motivational got like over 5,000 views on Reels. Pretty amazing. So I want to maybe go into that realm. Maybe this podcast, you see how this goes and see what I'm doing. But I'm, like I said, whether it's me with other people, me by myself, I'm going to push myself to figure out This Is Recorded podcast. I'm going to really urge myself to figure out independence. I really thank you for your time. I thank you for listening. And this is Recorded. Peace. Peace and blessings. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another edition of This Is Recorded podcast.
Stay in school.
What happened? You don't be like you, right?
Don't be locked up in the summer like me.
Cause wow, what you had to eat in there, man?
We had to eat bricks. We made bricks with ramen noodles and chips. We ain't had nothing, bro.
Yeah, man.
My family only put $3 in my commissary. $3.
Yeah, man. So what's your last words for the children, man?
Stay out of jail. Stay in school.
Grateful Tape, listen to that. And get the merch. Forever Grateful. trying to keep this thing going with the grateful. I'm gonna carry it out as long as I can, just to keep that positivity out there. We gotta stay grateful of where we're at. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people want to be in a different place. I wish they were further along where they think they should be at, but you got to be grateful first of what you have, where you're at now, and I think everything else will follow.
Peace and love and welcome. I'm your boy Reg. If you watching this, you should know me already. If you don't, let me introduce myself. I'm the host, the creator, the CEO, CFO, mastermind behind August 4th Company. Get familiar with it. I'm taking off real soon. I want to create and I want to do great things, and I want you to create and do great things, and I want to uplift everybody. But right now, we're going to talk about my baby, and it's called My First Album. Let's go. Dragon photography. What's that's gonna be, man? How they gonna remember your impact on this world, man?
First off, I'm gonna be one of the dopest Black-owned media companies out there. That's already in place. Like I'm already taking steps to that. So people gonna see me internationally. So just be ready. Like that's always been. I wake up every day and I feel that. Like that's how I walk every day. So you'll see it's coming real soon. Everybody will see Dragon Photography, Dragon Media everywhere. Promise you.
Yes, sir, man. So everybody stay tuned, man. Thank you for coming on, man. And
Yes, sir. Anytime.
this is recorded. Give some of
So
the
I mean,
names.
since March, I've worked with T Grizzly a couple more times. I actually worked on a project where I did 2 visualizers for Hit Boy and Big Sean. I work a lot with Chanel West Coast.
You venture out, you get to the mindset of, do I want to keep doing this for somebody else all my life, or do I want to be able to control my own pay, my own time, my own life, pretty much. Don't get me wrong, I don't shame anything I've done in the past, but you get to the age where I got 2 kids and then my wife, and you don't want to have your time and money dictated by somebody else. I want to be able to take my family here this time, and I don't have to worry if I get the time off or not. Just somebody to say they allow me to go somewhere else, just those kind of things. And so I've been doing kind of my own since 2018.
I think it just really sucks the idea of like you wait till somebody's in the casket, you like, damn man, I love you so much. I loved you, and I wish I would have told you that more.
Like life too short. This year alone, like I done lost like 3 friends my age. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, life's too short for everybody to be trying to kill each other, trying to do this to do this to such and such when I see such and such. It's just like, bro, go live your life, go have fun, bro. It's too short.
It really is.
And then it's too short because like you'll never really know what you're missing out until it's gone.
Literally, like gone, you like, oh man, I'm gonna call this person tomorrow. I'm gonna do this tomorrow. I'm gonna do this next week, next month. Then turn the year. Then they die. And you like, I thought we had more time, and it's like you don't have more time. That's
because I feel like I'm not to where I want to be, but I have reached success just in life. You get what I'm saying? To where I'm at right now, and I feel like you just have to be able just to keep going. You feel me? Because what I realized was it's easy to get content. You get, it's like when I'm here at USC, I just be thinking like, dang, like I didn't dream about this my whole life and I'm here. But it's like now that I'm here, what am I gonna do now? You get what I'm saying? I just can't be happy that I'm here. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot of people made it here, but not a lot of people get to where I want to be at. So it's like I gotta continue just to build on top of where I'm at. But also, I also do like to take in the moment, you get what I'm saying, and savor it, because it's like I made it.
2 good things and 1 great thing. So obviously, tell me 2 good things about your day. Tell me 1 great thing about your day. You could do it in the Instagram or in the SoundCloud link or anywhere. Just text me. Let me know something positive. So 2 good things for my day. I was really excited because I got a skateboard now, and I just love doing stuff that's free. Another good thing was it was a beautiful day outside, and I was just on a vibe of like, hey man, it's beautiful. I went for a jog. And the great thing was, man, I got to hang out with my wife for a good amount of time today. Aw. Peace and blessings to all. I hope you enjoyed Recorded in Park. I wanted to do something special. I wanted to do something different. In that special and different process, things happened. My battery died. The memory card was acting weird. My first time recording, but I hope y'all enjoyed it. And I hope y'all support y'all friends like my good brother G Merrick. This next video we got coming up is a little bit grainy. You probably can't see much, but the love was there. I'm glad it was grainy and got a little messed up a little bit because I was about to get emotional and start crying, put my head down because my brother been through so much, but he made it through. Please go listen to his music. Please enjoy this next clip, and thank you for listening. This is Recorded. Please tell a friend to tell a friend about this special podcast that we got, this movement that we got. This is Recorded. I hope all is well with you. I hope you find love. I hope you found peace and everything else you want in this world. God bless.
Why do we have to keep reliving our trauma? You get what I'm saying? Like, we definitely need to move to like a light of where Black people, we are the kings and queens. You get what I mean? Like, we are seen as good. Like, I feel like you make great art without attaching it to our trauma that's happened in the past, or attaching it to like civil rights movement. Like, nobody wants to relive that. You know what I mean? Like, we need to step into a better place as people. So I feel like my art definitely is launching us forward and not back.
You definitely need it. I think my thing here is always that, you're not always going to be motivated to do something, but you have to be disciplined as an entrepreneur. You have to be, because there'll be times where there's other parts of your life that feel like they're crumbling and they need your attention, or you feel like, maybe this product didn't sell as much as you wanted, but you put so much time and effort behind it, or you spent a lot of money, because you got to spend money to make money. You got to think back and think about your why, because that is part of the entrepreneur experience completely. One day it's like, yes, I sold 1 million things. This is what life is about. This is great. And then the next day it's just like, I'm in the negatives. What do I do? Why did I do this? And you're upset. And then you go back to how, that's exactly how it goes.
So, I did whatever it took. I got on a mission just to sell whatever, because I know what I could do, just a level of, I'm a $1 billion type of person. And the only thing that's stopping me is me. And that's with anybody. The only thing that's stopping you is you. If you can't wake up today and start on what you got in your head, what you created or what you dreamed about, it's not gonna happen. Ain't no one knocking on no doors nowadays and just giving you a opportunity. Like, you got to do whatever it takes to make it. And I think the key thing is being consistent. If you're not consistent at whatever it is, you never will make it. Bottom line.
We get so caught up in school or where we at in life that we miss the blessings. And I've said that before, but we miss the blessings of people around us. What we have around us, whether we in a 1-bedroom or just recently got evicted or whatever, the smiles or the jokes or the loves or the hugs or just the conversation that we get from the people around us means the world to us. So after we done feeling bad for ourselves and pitying ourselves, let's look and reflect and look around. Check your phone, your call log, your social media DMs. The people that's been communicating with you weekly, daily, monthly, those are the people that count. Those are the people that make us go. Best you. That's what therapy is to me. But also therapy is, finding, going on a walk, working out, doing things that you always wanted to do that may be difficult, but you needed to do. Have that uncomfortable conversation. Do different things like that. But that's what it is, and that's what we all need, because like I said before, man, what's going on. I try not to talk about topics that's going on in the world, but that the world is rough right now. The world is hard right now. So it's like, are you going to continue to waste your days moping around, thinking about this, thinking about that, or are you going to start living? Are you going to start doing the hard work on yourself? I've been to therapy. I did the work on myself. My first therapy session, I could barely get my name out without crying. I had to do the work on myself. It was a really hard time in my life, but I wanted it. So I did it. I made it happen. I believe you can make it happen. I thank you for always supporting This Is Recorded.
if you a felon, if you've been in jail, my first option would be trucker, because they need drivers. A lot of companies ain't doing, like, they don't care as long as you ain't been in jail for no rape and murder. Like, for the most part, they are gonna hire you as a driver. On a company you lease to own, the company will lease that truck to you. Like, you're basically your own business now, but the truck is still theirs, but they're leasing it to you. So when you're done with that lease with that company, that truck from that company will be yours. That's another way of going about
I'm
it.
a mixture of everybody, you get what I'm saying? And we all, either they helped raise me or we all grew up together. You get what I'm saying? So it's like it's huge, because if you don't, like Nip said, if you ain't, if you don't got, if you look at your circle and don't get inspired, then you got a cage. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, I feel like once I started surrounding myself with like the right people and just getting out my comfort zone, that's like when my life started just to taking like that, like the projection just like that. So then it's like, since I noticed that, now I'm more aware and more conscious. You get what I'm saying? And as I get older, it's like I don't even got time for like the negativity and all that. So I got other stuff to worry about. You get what I'm saying? So that's how I be feeling.
Stuff that you buy every day, you know, like you, what you eat, what you wear, your entertainment, where you like to go. I mean, gas, travel, anything. You know, for me, I'm thinking about the company that owns Vans. This is like Vans Converse. It's a company that owns all of them out and get out, and we have it hard in life. You know, we don't know where to go. We don't know where we're going. We just need help. We just need knowledge. And I'm learning that studying and knowledge. They say if you want to hide something from a black person, put it in a book. Well, we got to change that. You know, this little thing right here makes us a genius. We can learn so much. And we got time and money for everything we want in life. And what we should want is that generational wealth and that independence of ourselves, and to be able to work for ourselves and do things for ourselves, man. What is that simple life for you? What is that simple life that you want? That it's not the American dream, it's not the ideal dream of everybody else, but it's what you really want. You have to find that out because it's in you. You know, like people's trying to get it out, but it's in. So you have to figure out the way to get that out. You got to figure out the way to be great, because you are great. Nobody told you. You have to know that I can do this. And it's going to take time, and it's going to take patience, and it's going to take consistency, but I love it enough to do it. What would you do for free? What it is that helps them define them. And self-love is number one. Consistency is number two. And just self-love again is number three. Is that you just really have to love yourself and work hard and be ready to endure everything that comes with being an entrepreneur.